Hey guys, what's going on? So today we are going to talk about the most expensive gaming system you could build. This is actually, disclaimer, not going to be the best performing in gaming, which you might think, well then why the hell would I buy it? The answer is you wouldn't, because it's stupidly overkill, and the value is just absolutely atrocious. But it's just cool to think about. We are going to go over the parts. The first part, obviously, Xeon W-3175x. Couldn't have this build without that. So it would actually be really cool if you could do dual socket and that C621 Sage motherboard from Asus that has two sockets. But then again, the overclocking would be probably crap. I'm not sure if it could handle like the default 4.5 gigahertz boost because the VRMs are kind of, for two CPUs, is like a quarter of the VRM on the Dominus, but hey, what do we know? That could be insanely overkill. I don't actually know what the CPU needs. So next part, RG Dominus. Perfect segue, although it's not a perfect segue because I didn't do a segue. But anyways, yeah, so there's Dominus Extreme. We don't know the price of this. $1,500 is what they're saying, and that sounds pretty realistic. I mean, if we're being honest, I mean, who knows? It could be less. But $1,500 sounds reasonable for that kind of mother. One thing I'm curious is if there will be any ATX boards. I think it's definitely in the realm of possibility. If you want me to do a video on speculations about ATX boards, I would do that. Because, I mean, they have mini ITX X99 boards. Like, they could do an ATX. I feel like they could do an ATX version of this. But anyways, I digress. Let's go on to the next one. The next one's interesting. We are doing the Corsair Vengeance Pro. So G.Skill actually released some 6-channel kits of their Titan Royal memory that works specifically for the... They haven't released it, but they've announced it. That works specifically for the Dominus and for this this chipset and this sort of CPU. I don't know if these will be compatible, the ones that I chose, but I'm thinking they probably will. RAM compatibility should be good enough, but these Corsair Vengeance look great. The Titan Royale, they look really nice, but I just don't think that they fit in every build. So I'm going to be going with the Corsair Vengeance Pro 16x4 for this theoretical build. Of course, it's all theoretical. It doesn't really matter, but I like it to be nice. If I'm going to do a theoretical build, I might as well go into depth, do some nice stuff. So yeah, we're going to get 3 16x4 kits at I think it was 3600 megahertz or something like that. I should have written that down, but I didn't. So yeah, about 3600 megahertz, and that is going to cost a grand total of $3248 for all of the RAM, at $1,082 for a kit. So yeah. For CPU cooling, obviously we got to do a custom loop. I mean, who do you think I am? And so that we are going to be doing the EK Annihilator EX/EP. I don't know what the EX/EP is, but it must mean something, so I'm just going to put it down. That is $159, and we're only doing one because it's a single socket. And next one, obviously, we got to give them best GPUs. Not the best, value, not the best for gaming, but the best consumer GPU you can buy. Not Quadros. I was considering putting Quadro RTXs in there, but then at that point you might as well just be putting in dual Xeon 8180s. It's less overclockable, but it's more money. To be honest, the RTX Titan just makes more sense in a build. This is a build that you could do. It would be a stupid build, but it would be conceivable. If you put two 8180s and 4 Quadro RTXs in, it would just not be okay. But yeah, so dual Titan RTXs or RTX Titans, I never remember which way they are. So that is a grand total of $4,099 for both of those. So yeah, then kind of insanely expensive. I mean, that's an understatement, but hey, this is the whole theme of the build. It's nice. So we're going to do the Asus NVLink Bridge. I had some NVLink Bridge troubles because they're only 3 and 4 slot, and that makes a lot of sense if you're doing air-cooled and normal mounting, but the case has support for 2 GPUs vertical mounted, but you have to have it only 2-slot spacing for that to work, because that's how it works. You know, you can't have that too much space. So if you wanted to do vertical mounting, you probably have to do like some modding or just keep it normal. Obviously not buying this, so I'm just not gonna think about that problem. But anyways, that's $84, which seems reasonable at this point. But anyways, yeah, so we're doing the Asus one with the nice little like infinity mirror kind of thing. I like that one. I'm not sure if I like the other ones better, but that one is pretty good, so I just thought that I would just throw that in. Anyways, if you're thinking, oh, why not get the gold one from NVIDIA? We're putting water blocks on the cards. Never going to see any of that gold. I mean, if you want the gold, then you just get gold fittings or some crap. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so it's not going to be gold themed, of course. But yeah. So and then after that, 2 EK Vector RTX 2080 Ti's. They might be thinking, that's a Titan RTX, not a 2080 Ti. They work on the card. If you don't believe me, go watch like one of Jace 2 Cents videos. He put it on the, or did he? I don't know. I know Gamers Nexus did, but yes. Anyways, they work with the RTX Titan. Okay, so don't get on my ass about that. So yeah, that's 267 for both of those. And then for the case is stupid. The case is like I'm debating like whether or not I should use this case, because it's like the worst. Like, if you're actually gonna build this, maybe don't get that case. It's from Inwin, and I'd probably like either go with like a case from Inwin or someone else. But they're like, especially because you know they're making that new case that is specifically designed for the RG Dominus motherboard, but I decided, instead of going with that one, which is like the Inwin 928 or something, that's maybe wrong, but I mean, it's probably wrong, but we're going with the Inwin Z Tower, the $5,000 like art piece. The thing that I don't like about this is that it supports one PSU, and it supports one 360 radiator. It's like paying $5,000 for a case. I should be able to mount, you know, dual PSUs and even, you know, there should be 2 480mm radiators if I want. You know, I mean, that might make it hard to fit all in there, but like, god damn it, I want it. Luckily, I was looking for a while at the spacing. It looks like there's a ton of extra space for the motherboard tray, so you could definitely fit the ROG Dominus. I mean, not going to say definitely, actually. Should change that. But I would say that it's not going to be that hard to fit the ROG Dominus in that case. You might need to do modding, you might need to not put in as many standoffs, but it probably should fit. Anyways, the board is really big, but I don't think if you put in all the normal screws for an ATX or EATX board, it should be good enough. I mean, if you're spending like $23,000 on a computer, then maybe that's not good enough for you, but anyways, just pay someone to mod it. You're spending $5,000 on a case, doesn't matter. Or just buy the like $900 Inwin case that specifically has 2 power supplies and the right spacing for the board. But anyways, yes, nobody's actually gonna buy this. I'm just saying that, just in case. I mean, if you want to buy it, I'll build it for you. That would be amazing. No, I'm just kidding. Not like actually just kidding, but like that's never gonna fucking happen. But anyways, so yes, on to the PSU. We are doing the Fantex Revolt X 1200 watts. It's only 1200 watts, which sucks, and I hope that's enough power. It should be enough power. Maybe we won't be able to do any overclocking, but it should be just enough power to power 2 RTX Titans and our W-3175x, and that is like 350 or something like that. I don't actually remember, because I originally had the AX1600i, and I realized we needed 2 power supplies, or like a dual power supply situation, and I was like, oh crap. So I still got that on here, which, I mean, if you could find like a way to split the power. I know Fantex used to make a power splitter, like just a splitter that split one power supply into 2, and there's some cables you can buy on eBay that are like split one power supply into 2, but those are kind of sketchy and I don't really know if they work. But anyways, let's go move on. For storage, we gotta go with the best, so we are going to get 2 ASRock Quad M.2 cards for $199 is total for both of those, and then obviously we gotta get the 970 Pros, and gotta get them 1 terabyte each, and we gotta get 8 of them so we can fill up our ASRock Quad M.2 cards. I mean, maybe there's 4 M.2 spots on the board, but who cares? I want the M.2 cards. We got cooling and we got external power for those bad boys. So yeah, it's gonna be absolutely insane, and the total for just the 970 Pros is $3,519, and that is more than our RAM, and more than our CPU, and more than our motherboard, which is kind of insane. But anyway, so the cooling, we are going with a pretty cheap radiator, actually. We're going with the AlphaCool 360 UT60, so that's a 60mm radiator. I was thinking of going with the AlphaCool Monster 82mm radiator, but then I was like, that might conflict with our board. I mean, it might not. Who knows? And to be honest, we don't really need that. But anyways, AlphaCool's radiators are like cheap for radiators. Like they're pretty good value, at least I feel like, compared to like some of the other things that I see. Anyways, yes, onto that. We are also going to use the XSPC Photon Reservoir, just because, I mean, you could get something better if you wanted to. The XSPC Photon is probably good enough. I just wanted it because it mounts on the radiator pretty nicely, and it's nice and long, and it has built-in pump. I just didn't want to overcomplicate things. That's 173. So yeah, and then for fittings, we are going with the Thermaltake C Pro fittings. We're getting 12 of those because they come in 6 packs, so that's $120. That's a weird way to say that, but yeah. And then we got a hard tube bending kit from Thermaltake, $60. Tubes. I decided that if I was going to build this, I would need a lot of tubes because they'd probably fuck up a lot. So that's like 4 of those, and then we got that. It's like $80 for tubes. And then for the fans, the last thing on here, although I probably should have included coolant, but hey, you just put water in it if you don't want it, or just buy whatever. Coolant is really not a big deal in my opinion, although then again, I am putting in a tube bending kit, so hey, I don't know. Last thing, as our fans, we got the Ring Trio 120. We got 2 packs of 3 because we have a 360 radiator, gotta go push-pull, and there's nowhere else to mount fans in this case. So yeah, those are $259. Yeah. So the total comes out to $2,000. Wait, no. What am I saying? $2,000. If that was $2,000, I would be buying it right now. I mean, I don't have $2,000, but that would be a good deal. It's $23,602.16. So yes, very expensive. Extremely expensive. Probably the most expensive gaming rig that you could buy. But why the hell not? But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you hit that like, subscribe. If you want to see me build this, well then you're out of luck. I'm never going to get this much money or this much sponsors. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is crazy and overkill and stupid. I know. It's just having fun. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.